everyone, and welcome to the Vintage Needle Crafter. My name is Laura. Today I'm sitting down with you once again to share with you the fun makes that I have made this week and the current whips that I have started and maybe some acquisitions. But first up, happy spring everyone. It seems like spring. I know the calendar still says winter, but we are having spring-like weather and it is wonderful. I even went out and planted some cold spinach, some cold-weathered spinach, and a little bit of spring green mix. I have a little greenhouse cover, so if it comes up, I'm going to just keep it covered. As spring and summer goes on, I thought I would share with you a little bit of my garden. At least what I do out there and how it looks and everything. Okay, well, the first thing I want to share, as you can plainly see, I am wearing my Granny Peplum from Craft in a Cuppa. Kelly over at Craft in a Cuppa has the YouTube tutorial for this and the patterns over on Etsy. So this is mine, and I chose the yarn here that I have left. This was a full bag, as you saw in my last tutorial. And it is Stylecraft. Stylecraft Special Double Knit 100% Premium Acrylic. That's the label. It's a 3-weight. And it's an anti-pilling yarn. And has a generous 322 yards per ball. Here is one I did not use. And I have 11 different colors in this. I think I misquoted last video and said 12. No, it was because I ordered 2 of the white, and I would like to do another one of her sweaters as we get closer to autumn. But that's a ways off yet for that. And that is, you can get this yarn over at Wool Warehouse at $2.25 per ball. So that's all I had left in here. I have enough for something scrappy or something of hers to make. So check out Kelly from Craft in a Cuppa, and I'm going to show you the whole thing here. I'm going to put the phone back so you can see the entire thing because it's a long tunic length granny square top. Okay, and here is the entire piece. Very nice. I love this. It's called the Granny Peplum, and it's a cute little skirt type top. You can make it longer to go below your knees if you want to dress. I just chose like a tunic length top. It just meets me at my hip right here. But I really love the design of this. There's a special feature in it, if you can see here. Give you a little close-up of that. When she seamed this together, she showed how to do a zigzag seam stitch. Isn't that marvelous? That adds such wonderful detail to that. I just love that. She chose that zigzag seam. You can see how to do that if you watch the tutorial. But I chose the little bit of sleeve. You can make this sleeveless and do the ruffle higher. You can make it long sleeve and do a cuff. There's so many versatile ways to wear this. And there it is. There's the back. It's just 2 large granny squares, and then you come up to do the top up here. And then you do the peplum part and you go out for the skirt. I just love it. I just love this design. To me, it's got 70s vibes. And I was a kid growing up in the 70s. So, well, 70s and 80s. 70s and 80s. But yeah, I really love this. It's got a vintage vibe to it, is what I'm trying to say. Now, This did not take me long to crochet at all because I'm a much faster crocheter than I am a knitter. And I think the whole thing from start to finish took me about 7 to 8 days, I want to say. So it was really quite fast. And another nice thing, when she does her tutorial, she'll tell you to do the front and the back kind of at the same time. Like, for instance, she'll tell you to make, and this is what I did with mine. I would start in the center and I would do the front and then do the back. And the next color, front, and then the back. And then the next color, front, and then back, like that. So I was working simultaneously. So it didn't seem so tedious to do 2 pieces. It felt like it was doing both at the same time in a way. But I just love this. I'd really like another one with long sleeves. This is going to be a fun top this summer. No, it's not cotton. It is acrylic. But you could do one in cotton. You could do one in cotton, I'm sure. And then it would be a little bit more lightweight and breathable. So have fun with that if you're wanting to learn crochet, or if you are a crocheter. It's a really fun top to make. It's my new absolute favorite for now. It's not the only crochet top I have going. Just a moment. I do have a couple more, and they are from, I'll put this back just a little bit. I have a couple more tops, and they are from Cinnamon Stitches. Now, you're seeing this a couple weeks beyond when I'm filming. That's because I've been filming ahead, and then a week later, I will upload. So everything you're seeing today, you'll be seeing a week from now. That's how I'm doing things a little bit different. But anyway, last week, which will be 2 weeks in your world as you're seeing this, Jennifer had a Premier Yarns week, and she was sponsored by the wonderful company Premier Yarns, and they sent her some yarn and that and everything. And what she done for Premier Week anyway is she done a tutorial every single day of that week. Now, this took her a long time to do, and I would hope you go over there and give her some support, because she worked very, very hard at making these tutorials. I can say, a podcaster myself, the little tutorials that I have made, they do take a lot of work, and I cannot imagine doing 5 of them in a few weeks' time. Excuse me, I'm going to close this. There seems to be some kind of halo-ish, some kind of glare in here from the light. I don't know if that's going to make it too dark. I think that's a little bit better. Okay. But yeah, she worked very hard, and I'm going to show you the first, this is the whip, so here we go with whips. Okay. The first whip I have is a Cinnamon Stitches. This is one of her tops. And this one here is just a large square. And I'm getting to the part to where I'm getting close to my elbows. But this is a poncho type top. And I'll show you the yarn I made in just a moment. I'll put it over my head so you can see the color. Right now it's just a little bib. But anyway, it's coming along, and I'm hoping I have enough yarn for this, because this was a thrift store yarn. Now, hers is made with cotton, and I would suggest cotton, like she recommends, okay? But I did not have the right kind of cotton that I wanted to use for this in my stash, and I'm really, like I said in my last video, I am not wanting to purchase any more yarn now for a while. I have plenty, and I want to use, I want to use some of the yarns that I have in my stash. Is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, this is my progress so far. Isn't it lovely? And I'll put the name across here. The name of this. There's that. And you just go in a square until you, getting the arms here, until you come to the part where you need to divide off for the body part. and I have to go back and watch her tutorial. Now, these patterns are not for purchase, but please, if you're watching her channel, it would be nice to maybe buy her a coffee, a little donation for that, you know, for all her hard work for these. The yarn is a thrift store yarn, and I have just this much left, and I have half the amount left of the first 2 skeins, but I'm using, it's called, I love this yarn. What is the colorway on this? Because you could probably find this color out there somewhere. It's a Hobby Lobby yarn made in Turkey. The color is limon. Limon. Whoa. Limone. Limon. I thought it was fun for summer. Yeah, it's acrylic. It's going to be a little bit warm, but if, you know, you wear a tank top or a short sleeve t-shirt underneath there, it'll be just fine. I have worn acrylic tops as long as they have enough holes and they're breathable. I'm looking for the yardage on this here. It's a super soft acrylic ombre, 252 yards, a number 4 weight. And crochet hook. What crochet hook am I using? And the other one, hold on, getting ahead of myself again. The other one I'm using is a Deborah Norville. I think it's a no, not Deborah Norville. My apologies. It's a Vanna's Choice by Lion Brand. Vanna's Choice. And it is in the colorway Sweet Pea. So there that is. I didn't want you to see the... I got it from Goodwill, but... I was just covering up a sticker there. But this is all I have left of these. So I don't know. It may end up being kind of a crop top. If it's too short, well, not sure what I will do. Maybe I'll find some more of that yarn out there somewhere. But this is what happens when you only have so much yarn and you're not sure how much you're going to need for the project. But anyway, that's the first whip I have going. I think I showed you the second one last time. Oh, wait, I want to show you something else. And I did not show you. My mind is all over the place. I don't have my hook in here, but it was a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. I am a type of crocheter that if something calls for a number 4.5, I have to go down to 3.5. If it calls for a number 5, I have to go down to a number 4. I don't know what it is, but it's the way I hold my yarn or something, because I hold it, I crochet like this, I hold it in this hand and crochet with this hand. That's just how I do it. I mean, I'm not a thrower or anything like that. And for some reason, my crochet turns out larger than what the pattern calls for, and I really have to go down so low. I've even had to go down a couple of hook sizes to get gauge. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. It's the way I crochet. I do know. I don't know. Which is usually a lot of time while I make my own things. But now this one here that I'm wearing, the peplum, she gives the measurements. So she says, and this is what I love about this. This one, you can use whatever hook size, whatever, you know, yarn you like, although she recommends the 3. And it'll turn out right to the measurements. You just get it to your measurements. So anyway, yes. This here is the Cinnamon Stitches on her premiere week. And I have another one of Cinnamon's tops in the making. It's kind of tangled here. Okay. And this one, oh my, I think I've been working on this like a day and a half progress. And this is another one of her tops. And the name of this, I'll put it here. It's the Peacock's Bill. Kind of cute, you know, like Pecos Bill. It's called Peacock's Bill. And it's a long piece, and you just fold it in half, and you're going to be wearing it over your body this way. Okay. You're going to be wearing it over your body this way, and you're going to be adding a little bit more for the ribbing. There's ribbing that goes on this. It's a very open lace top. Very, very pretty. It's an open lace work. I love that. And you're working across this way. It's a 2-row repeat. It's easy peasy. So if you're a little bit intimidated by crochet, oh, go over there. Go see Cinnamon. Go see Jennifer over there at Cinnamon Stitches, and you can do this too. It's very simple. It's a 2-row repeat. Now, I am using, don't go by what hook I'm using. Go by the hook she recommends. Me, I'm using a number 4. And the yarn I am using, it is a cotton. I do have a little, it's got a little cotton in it. It's Premier Puzzle Cotton. And I showed you this yarn because behind me here is that, this is that shawl I showed you a couple of podcasts ago. There's fluff in here and it's bothering my nose. This is that Sweet Morning shawl from Crochet World that I made with the puzzle cotton. And I ordered 3 of these from Premier. This is a Premier yarn. I had ordered 3 of these, and I only used 1.5 to make that. So I figured I have 1.5 left. I should have plenty enough for this. And I had this much left from the first ball. And let me go tell you about the yarn again. It's 349 yards. It's a 7-ounce, 200-gram ball. 57% acrylic and 43% cotton. And that's generous yardage. I like the generous yardage. And it's it's cloud soft. It's like a cloud. This is the colorway Taffy. And it's very, very, very light. It's a number 4, but it's very light and very soft and breathable. And yeah, it's just like a cloud. I love it. Premier Puzzle Cotton Taffy. Okay. I'm having a lot of fun with these. She's wanting to see on Instagram what everyone's been making this week. And I'm trying to get along a little bit further so I can show her what I'm doing, what I'm making. But yeah, it's crochet. Now, do I have any knitting? For goodness sakes, all you've seen so far is crochet. I apologize, knitters. I do have something knitting that I'm making. Now, this whip is hand spun, and last 2 times I forgot to show you the roving, the merino wool roving that I got and that I'm using. Hello. So I'm going to pause this now and I'm going to go get that roving for you so you can see what it looks like before it is spun. Well, wouldn't you know, I don't have the label. This was a bag in a bag, but I got this on Amazon and it's merino wool. Take it out of the bag here for you. It's like a rainbow unicorn. Comes in this really long. I try to hold it still. Can you see the colors there in that? It's very super soft. And I am spinning it 2-plied, and it's turning out like between a number 4 to number 5. It's leaning towards number 5 bulky. But that's that. It's got yellows. It's got pinks. It's got blue. It's really very pretty. It's like unicorn rainbow. I don't know. That's what I call it. And now for what I'm working on. Last time I said I had to spin more, and I did spin more. However, now this one's getting low. I may have to spin even more. But I know I'll have plenty enough of the fiber. But yeah, it's merino wool, so it's very soft. Oh, it's so soft. It's like a cloud. Trying to hold this up. I'm working on just a little vest, and this is what I've got. I could stand up, probably see a better view of the whole thing. I'm working it in the round. It's worked in the round, so it's seamless. The only seam it's going to have is the shoulder seams. But that's the bottom. And Priscilla, I took your advice and made a longer rib so it would not curl. But I am up to the shoulders. It's going to be a little bit below my waist, so a little bit cropped, but not too cropped. There's that, and close up here. I just love this. It's just so soft. It's like a cloud. It's just like a cloud. So let's see if I can get both. So there it is there with the roving there. And yeah, you can see the pinks. Yeah, you can see the pinks and the blue and the yellow. But I love this. I love this. I'm almost done. It's knitting up quite quickly. And I am using a Chia Goose circular needle, size 11. So there is that. Okay, yeah, so that's my knitted object right now. I have more knitting acquisitions that I want to cast on so badly, but right now, I want to really get through Cinnamon Stitches 2 summer tops. I want to get those completed first, and then I have something I'm going to cast on that's purple. It's knitted, and I can hardly wait for that. Then I have another acquisition. I'll show you in just a moment. Another acquisition. It is from, no, not Katarina. It's knit. It's from, oh, why do I do this every time? I forget their names. Cordova Kika, there we go. Cordova Kika has the Darling cardigan, and it's a perfect for spring. And boy, I tell you, I need to really get my bunions busy here. I'm having troubles with these fingers. When I crochet, the yarn wants to rub, and I've tried everything. I've tried my homemade hand cream. I've tried other hand cream. I've tried everything. It's no use. It just keeps cracking. So you know what I'm doing? When I get to where I'm crocheting for a long time, especially an hour or more at once, I will take you might think this is crazy, but I just take regular piece of Scotch tape, wrap it around my fingers, both of these fingers here, and it really, really helps. They've stopped cracking so much. I know it sounds silly to do that, but I was desperate. I had to do something because it was just hurting. And they were getting quite red and raw. Some of that yarn, that you use is quite raw, especially Red Heart. That will really tear you up if you're sensitive. I feel for Jennifer out there when she says she gets blisters and everything. Yeah, I could see that happening, especially if you're using it a long time. Okay, now I'm going to pause this and I'm going to go show you the little samples I've worked up and explain a little more detail of that. There we go. I had to go back again to my craft room and get the yarn. And I'm getting warm again. I'm wondering if there's something about drinking coffee and that they bring on hot flashes. I have read this because every time I'm busy and I'm drinking coffee, I'll start to get really warm. I don't know. But anyway, remember I did a review on this yarn? This is James C. Brett yarn. And it is a light number 3. And it's got this soft halo to it. Kind of fuzzy halo, kind of like mohair. And at first I wasn't too happy when I did that honest review. I really was disappointed with it because I couldn't crochet with it. And I really wanted to crochet with it. That's why I purchased 6 balls of this yarn. I wanted to crochet, but when you crochet with this yarn, you'll find you cannot frog it out. go over there and see my review of this, the James C. Brett. But I really bought it because it's reminded me of a mohair, and the colors were beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colors in this yarn. So I'm going to end up knitting with this, which I don't mind. Now, one of you kind viewers left a comment on that review and told me try holding it double with another similar type of yarn. And I found some yarn in my stash, and I hope I have enough of it, because this yarn that I'm going to pair with the James C. Brett is no longer available. It was from the company Webb's, and it is Whisper Lace yarn, and it's beautiful yarn, and I'm going to show you. I think I have one with the label. Or no, I'm wrong. My apologies. Not Whisper Lace. It's Willow Stream. But I did use Whisper Lace in the past, but this is just like it. But this, I'm going to hold double with that, and it is Willow Stream. And it is a 70% superwash wool and 30% silk. And this here, the James C. Brett, has 80% acrylic and 20% wool. So together, this is going to have some acrylic, wool, and silk. So I think it's going to make a beautiful garment. But I have 4 of these, and there is 437 yards on here, so yikes. I hope I have enough, because this is discontinued yarn. Can't find it. The only color out there available is the blush. Yeah, but I did work a sample for you so you can see it. Not going to leave you wondering. Here it is. I'm holding it double. And I'm using a number 7 needle, and no, you cannot see through it. Maybe a little. My finger's wiggling back there. You can see through a little bit, but that's fine with me. It's not going to bother me. But there's a sample piece of that. I really like the colors. It's going to be going up into this blue next. I wanted to do enough gauge swatch. I don't know how it's ripped back. I haven't tried that yet, but I did do a knitted sample before, and it ripped out fine. For some reason, it just doesn't like to be crocheted. It's a very finicky yarn. I don't want to be crocheted. I want to be knit. Fine by me. But there that is. And I think it's really beautiful. I'm planning on doing just a turtleneck, short sleeve, very long tunic length sweater. I have a pattern for it. And once I get it cast on and everything, I'll be sharing that with you. But not right now. I just wanted to show you the yarn and what I'm doing. And thank you, kind viewer, for giving me that suggestion. I did not think of that at the time. And I came across that purple yarn, and I thought, this is perfect. This is perfect to hold double with this. The weight will be wonderful. And you know what? Here there is one Whisper Lace in here. I know this one here is Whisper Lace. Very close to the Willow Stream. So with them colors changing and everything, oops, I got a piece of paper on it. With those colors changing and everything, I think that's just going to be beautiful. And I have another crochet top that's purple. It reminds me of Anthemist, and that's what this is reminding me of. So there that will be in the future. Now, the other thing, I did show you this before, like, 4 or 5 podcasts ago at least. But here's a sample. Isn't that beautiful? That pink is just beautiful, I think. And I love pink. Now this is, I don't have my labels are in the bag. Maybe I can hold up the bag. This is Wool Ease. It's not the Quick and Thick. It's just regular Wool Ease from Lion Brand. And it is a wool acrylic blend, and it's in rose heather. So it's a heathered yarn. And I'm using that with some mohair. If I can get it out of the bag down here, it's way down to the bottom. I've got it stuffed in pretty hard. This is Rico Essentials. Showed you this before. Rico Essentials Kid Mohair. And it is in the color, does it give me a color on here? Blush. Blush. The colorway Blush. 200 meters, which is roughly around 220 yards. I have 6 of these, so that is for Kodavakika's Darling Cardigan. She has a tutorial along with the pattern. I bought her pattern, and it rips out quite nicely. I've been showing everyone how easily it frogs. The frogability on this is supreme. Hey, that's a plus when you make mistakes like I do. But you know what? Like I said in one of my podcasts a while back, mistakes are part of life. Little bitty tiny mistakes. If I've got like this much knitted and I see a little tiny mistake and it's not that noticeable, I am not going to be frogging that 6 inches or even 4 inches of knitting out just to fix that little thing, unless it's going to alter the pattern too much to where it's going to look strange. A little mistake, no, I'm not going to fix. Holes, well, that's easy to fix, but little things, no. Little things don't bother me. But those are the acquisitions. The only last thing I had to show you is something else crocheted. And I did not do a tutorial for this, but you have seen this on one of my shorts. This is crocheted. I'm going to open my book here. And I did it all back and forth this way. And oh, my bookmarkers are falling out. I did it all the way across this way. I measured my book and did all the way across back and forth. Now, and once I was finished, I added handles so you can carry your book right along with you. And I just had, now you can get these. This is a stretchy book cover. You can get these at any dollar store or Walmart or on the internet. Look on Amazon. And I sewed it to the insides of this stretchy book cover, and it makes a wonderful book cover. Now, the stitch in here, it's not knitted, it's crocheted, it's single crochet. It is the mock knit stitch. And I have a tutorial out there for that. So go check that out. You can make your own book cover. And if you'd like to learn the mock knit stitch, you can make that as well. And like I said in the tutorial, the mock knit stitch will be a thicker fabric. So there that is. Nice little book cover. I love it. I can carry it. It's very sturdy. Yep. I didn't want to buy one of those zippered ones. You know, they were quite expensive. And I thought, I'll make my own book cover. And I did. So I think that's everything today. Getting a little bit lengthy. I try to keep my podcasts around 30 minutes if I can. Between 20 and 30 minutes. Sometimes, though, I just get to talking. And it just goes fast. But thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate all your comments. I love to hear what you're making, what you're doing. If you're a crocheter or a knitter, leave me a comment. Tell me what you're up to. I love to hear that. And please be sure to give this a like if you like this video. Share my videos. Feel free to do that. And please subscribe. I'm hoping to reach my goal by the end of this year, which is 500 subscribers. I hope we get there. Help me make it happen. I appreciate all the kindness that you and support you've all have given me. Well, thank you very much. You have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye.